Hello everyone, welcome to session 25 of Software Testing Made Easy course. In this session, we are going to continue with the live project, that is part 18 of the Independent Software Testing live project, where I am going to show you how to perform test execution using the test cases. So far, in the previous session guys, we performed smoke testing. As part of session 24, we performed smoke testing. So why we have performed smoke testing? Once the application, once this independent software testing live project application has given for our testing, let's say, for example, I have taken this application, right? Once this independent software testing live project application has been given for our testing, the first thing we have to do is we have to perform the smoke testing on this application, right? That is testing the major or critical functionalities of the application. So if the major and critical areas of the application are working, as expected, that is those particular things are passed, then once the smoke testing is passed, we can treat that smoke testing is passed and we can go for the next step, that is we can go for in detail testing. We can go to in detail testing where we will be starting this in detail testing using the test cases guys. So in one of the previous sessions, we created the complete test cases, right? Now the time has come for us to perform test execution with the help of the test cases that we have created as part of the previous sessions. Once the smoke testing is passed, we'll start the in detail testing with the help of test cases, guys. In this session, I'm going to show you how to use the test cases as part of performing the test execution and in detail testing process. Fine. So these are the test cases we created, guys. These are the complete test cases we have created for this independent software testing live project application. Fine. Now we have to start doing the test execution using this test cases as part of in detail testing. So as you can see, these are all the test cases, guys. There are around something around 500 test cases written, 500 plus test cases, guys. You see, 507 test cases are there. So anyhow, we'll start with the first one. Okay, first functionality, first test scenario related test cases we'll test. It's not possible for anyone guys to show executing the complete test cases. So as a sample, what I will do is in this session, as part of executing the test cases, I'll show you how to execute the one of the scenario related test cases. Here register functionality scenario related test case. How many test cases are there? 27. I'll show you how to test this test cases with an intention of only explaining, guys, but in reality what you have to do is when this kind of situation comes where you have to perform the in detail testing with the help of test cases, you have to execute all the test cases in this document. Okay, all the 500 plus test cases you have to execute, guys, but I cannot actually show you everything. So what I will do is I will show you a sample. Okay, I will actually execute sample of test cases as part of demonstration purpose, and I will choose this register functionality for doing so. Fine. So let's get started. So I'll click on this. I'll be taken to the register tab where I can see all the 27 test cases. We'll start executing the test cases, guys, and we'll start with the first test case. That is verify registering an account by providing only the mandatory fields. Okay, we have to verify creating an account in this application by providing the mandatory fields. So what was the prerequisite? We have to read each and every box, guys. Okay, we have to read each and every box. Open the application, that is tutorialsninja.com. So like this, open any browser, and in that browser we have to open this application, guys. Which application? tutorialsninja.com/demo. So let's open that, tutorialsninja.com/demo application. I'm opening. So once the application is open, prerequisite is done, guys. Okay, now we have to go with the test steps. What are the test steps? We have to first click on the my account drop menu. We have to exactly follow while executing this particular test cases, guys. As part of test execution, we have to clearly follow each and every step. We should not take any step for granted, guys. So most of the testers may do some kind of mistakes where they assume that okay, this test case is all about this and they will not follow the steps. Okay, it should not be like that. When you are testing using the with the help of test cases, right, we have to give focus to each and every step. Okay, we have to clearly and exactly follow whatever it is written here. Fine. So it is the first step was stating click on my account drop menu. So I'll click on my account drop menu. Then we'll go with the next step. Click on register option. Click on register option. Then what next? enter new account details into mandatory fields. Only mandatory fields we have to enter, guys. The fields are also mentioned here: first name, last name, email, telephone, password, password confirm, and privacy policy fields. So let's enter. So first name, I'm entering first name. So generally you'll type, right? So I'll also type first name, last name. After first name, last name, we have to enter into email. So email I will enter or to re and okay, some email, random email I am just entering. Then after email, guys, telephone. Okay, some telephone number. Let's say I've given this telephone number. Then I have to give the password. I'm giving 12345 as password, and password confirm here also 12345 I am giving as password confirm. Then privacy policy also I have to check. Right now, after entering the new account details into all this stuff, then click on continue button. I have to click on the continue button. Click on the continue button. So once I click on the continue button, there is something like this: ER1, verify ER1, expected result 1, you have to verify. After this fourth step, you have to verify the expected result. You have to come to the expected result and verify. User should be logged in. So did the user logged in, guys? Let's see. Yes, logout option is coming. So user got logged in. This is fine. Up to here is fine. Taken to account success page. Are we taken to account success page? Yes, correct. And proper details should be displayed on the page. Yes, proper details got displayed on the page. We have to verify these details, guys, on the account success page. Your account has been created is fine. As per the requirements, whatever the text heading should be there, whatever the text should be there, we have to verify that. So congratulations, your new account has been successfully created. You can now take advantage of member privileges to enhance your online shopping experience with us. If you have any questions about the operation of the online shop, please email the store owner. A confirmation has been sent to the provided email address. If you have not received it within the hour, please contact us. So that was the thing. So what I will do is in the actual result also I have to type something, right? So I'll copy this. I'll just modify that. So I don't want to type everything. User is user got. Okay. So this is actual result, guys. Whatever you observed while testing, actual testing. Okay, that will come under the actual result. This is what is expected behavior, and whatever the actual happened, right? User got logged in, taken to account success page successfully. Whatever you want, right? You can write, and proper details got displayed on the page. So whatever you observed, you can write, guys. So you can wrap it so that it will be displayed. Done, guys. Okay. So as part of the first expected result, the actual result is matching. That's fine. Now we'll go with the next step. Click on continue button that is displayed in the account success page. We have to click on this continue button. Now, what is the next step? User should be taken to account page. Yes, user has been taken to the account page, and a confirm email should be sent to the registered email address. So they have mentioned that the email will be coming after within an hour, right? Anyhow, whatever the email I provided while registering the account is a dummy email, guys. Okay. In reality, while testing, guys, you will provide a valid email address. For now, just assume that the account has been created and email has been sent also. Okay. Let's assume for now in this application, let's assume that the account has been created and also the email confirmation email also has been received to our registered email address. Assume that for now. Okay. So that so here I'll write the actual result for this expected result saying user 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 is taken to account page and a confirm email is received. Okay, is received at the registered email address. So whatever is happening, we are writing while testing, right? So this expected result and actual result are actually matching here, right? This expect whatever is expected is happening while you are testing. So now what you will do is you will make it as pass because it's working fine. So when it is pass, you don't have to type anything here, guys. Okay, when it is pass, you don't have to put any comments here. So when you can ignore that. So and one more thing, guys, when you are executing these test cases, if you don't have much time, if the client has given enough time, then you can ignore about these priorities, guys. You can ignore about these priorities if ample amount of time is there. But if in cases where you have very less time, then you have to only test the test cases according to the priority. For now, I'm going with a normal flow where I'm not worrying about the time, guys. I'm just I'm just assuming that there is ample time for testing this test cases. So I'm just randomly, I'm going in a proper order rather than priority wise. I'm just going in an order, guys. Okay. So anyhow, we successfully completed testing the first test case. We'll go with the second test case, TCRF002 test case, which is also related to the same test scenario, register functionality scenario. Verify thank you for registered email address is sent to the, so verify thank you for registered email is sent to the registered email address as a confirmation for registering the account. So it's all about the email that has been sent after you create an account, right? That thing. So again, the same thing, guys. Open, and we have to follow the same steps. Click on my account, whatever I showed you in the first scenario, right? The same thing, and click on continue button. Here, no expected results are there so far. Now it's asking us to check the email address. So unfortunately, I have created a dummy account, guys. I cannot test this. So I cannot test this. Or let's assume that the email is not coming. I have given the proper email address, and the email is not coming actually. Okay. So there was some problem in the email functionality, let's say, or email is not coming or whatever it is. What you will do, guys? If the email is not coming or with this particular thank you and all those stuff, what you will do? So we'll take that as a failure kind of thing. Verify a confirmation email for registering the account is sent to the registered email address. So let's assume that the email has been not sent. Okay. Even after following all these steps, clicking on my account, clicking on the register option, entering new account details, clicking on the continue button, right? So account got created, but the email is not sent to your email address. So you'll write here, user, okay, user has not received any email. Okay, user has not received any email. Simple words also you can write, not a problem. If you want to describe it, you can also describe it, up to you. User has not received an email. So this thank you for registering email has to be received by the user when the user creates an account. But unfortunately, the user has not received any email. So the expected result is not matching with the actual result. So if the email comes only, then only you can go with the other stuff, right? So click on the login link from the email body. That cannot happen because if the email comes, then only you can go with the next step. This cannot be done. So for here, the expected result is email has to be received and it should be a proper email. But here, the actual is something different, guys. User has not actually received an email to his registered email address. To the registered email address, no email has been sent. So expected is not matching with the actual. In such kind of situations, what we have to do, we have to fail the test case, guys. Okay. So we are just assuming and testing, guys, but in reality, you should not be assuming. For now, I'm just assuming that email is not received, and just to show that how to fail. Okay. I'm just doing this. So here, guys, what's happening? First test case got passed, right? When you create an account, you are taken to the login page, account success page is coming and all the stuff. But the second test case is failed because you are not getting the email after you register an account with this application. So that's why I'm failing. So here what we have to do, guys, if something is failing, here you have to write something, right? Here you have to write something, that is, you cannot write like this. You cannot write test case failed. Okay. You cannot simply write like this and leave it. It's not correct, guys. During the testing process, just understand this, guys. When a particular test case passes, no problem. You don't have to do anything as a tester. Okay, you can leave it like this. But if in case a particular test case fails, let's assuming that this particular test case has failed. Okay. Anyhow, this application is not sending any emails, guys. It's real. Okay. This application, when once you create an account, right? Even you give the proper credentials also. Let me do that, guys. Let me do that. So if I give some proper credentials also, I don't know whether this account is active or not. It's not active. So we'll try to create an account and see. Register. So here I'll give proper email address. Okay. Continue. Already registered is saying, but anyhow, the email functionality is not working in this application, guys. So we need a different email address. Okay. So I'll take Arun at the rate. Let's see whether this will work or not. I'll give a different email address. A valid email address I have to give, guys. Okay, Arun at the rate, or we can do one thing. Arun dot Do we have any email address? Tutorials, Ninja videos. Let's see what will happen at this case. Yeah, your account has been created. I have that email address with me, guys. Tutorials, Ninja videos kind of thing. So we can continue. The so far everything is fine, right? So here you see you are following all the steps. Click on my account, click on register option. You entered all these details. Click on continue. After that, you are checking this fifth step, verify ER1, ER2, ER3. So as part of that, first one is verify confirmation email for registering the account is sent to the registered email address or not. So I will go with this Gmail. So which will take me to the Tutorials Ninja videos. Let's see here. So this is the account, right? This is the registered email address that I have given. Did I get any email? Did I get any email from that Tutorials Ninja website? No, right? I didn't get any email, guys. Okay. So some Google search is there, WordPress, GoDaddy, Neil Patel. Okay, all these things are there, but I didn't get any email from the Tutorials Ninja. So the email is not coming. So that's what I have written here. User has not received any email to his registered email address. That's why we are failing the test case. Okay, we are failing the test case because user is not receiving any email, guys. That's why we are failing the test case. So here, when something fails, we have to write test case failed. But this is not enough, guys. This comment is not enough. We have to write test case failed due to the defect. Okay, test case failed due to the defect. What is the defect? We have to report this defect, guys. Okay, this is not enough. We have to report the defect. Where we have to report defect? How we have to report the defect? These things, guys, I'll explain in the next session. Okay, we just now started executing the test cases, and one of the test cases is already failing because once you register an account, an email has to be an email saying that thank you for registering. Email has to be sent to the registered email address, but I have not received any email from the this particular application into my registered email address. So I am filling the test case saying that test case failed due to the defect. Here we have to mention defect ID. Okay, so how can we get the defect ID? How can we get the defect ID? For that, guys, we have to report the defect in our bug tracking tool. All these things are not covered yet, guys. Okay, you have just started executing the test cases. One test case got failed, and now you have to report a defect. So immediately, once a particular test case fails, then you have to report a defect, guys. There are some situations, guys. There are some situations where already this particular test case is already failed. Okay, in the previous iteration itself it got failed, and you have a defect ID already, you have a defect reported already. In that case, you have directly mentioned the defect ID number. If this defect ID is not there, then you have to report a new defect and provide that ID of the newly reported defect here. Okay, this is very important, guys. This is very important. If something fails, you should not simply say fail and go to the next test case. That's not correct. Okay, every tester has to focus more here. When some particular test case fails, immediately you have to report a defect. If there is no defect related to this particular test case, we have to report a defect. Defect is something you will report a defect when expected result, actual result is not matching with the expected result, and when you fail the test case, you have to report a defect, guys. Okay, so this defect is being created for the developer purpose. Okay, you have to report a defect, and the developer will see this particular defect and see what's going wrong, and will fix the defect. Okay, that's what will happen in the later part of the sessions. So for now, guys, what we have to do is we started executing the test cases, and we found one of the test cases failed. We simply have to report a defect, guys, and we have to before we before we continue with the any more execution of the test cases. When a particular test case fails and there is no defect ID available for this test case, we have to stop here, guys. Okay, the main thing is that you have to stop here before going to the execution of the next test case. Don't be hurry in a hurry of executing the next test cases. Your duty is to first report a defect. If the defect is not already available for this failed test case, you have to report a defect, then only you have to move to the next test case, guys. This is very important. So guys, I'll show you how to report a defect in the next session. Okay. For now, we started executing the test cases and we found a failed test case, and we are going to report this defect for this failed test case and update this particular test case with the defect ID in the next session, guys. So see you in the next session, guys. Thank you. Bye.